Leans to dot is what the
Well,
deal is.
no, we need to get into Bud actually.
And I do have to admit that it just feels, well, I can talk about this when we open up for conversation, because it feels weird to have 3 voting members on the committee. So.
That's not even a quorum.
I don't understand, are they not all in one room? Are they-
I think things will work themselves out as we go along. Again,
You got 3 in one room, and then they got phone conferences all over the place. It's a joke.
At least, sci-fi movies are entertaining.
So, someone proposed to vote for Philip as chairperson of the committee. So, whoever favors, raise your hand. Say aye. Say aye. Be verbal. Aye. Aye. Oh, and I'm saying aye as well. All right. So now that we're getting this voting, I will continue to run the committee from now. So we can proceed with the agenda.
Jim Jones. These guys act like a cult.
Opening letter,
Exaggerate their own importance.
class. I would like to open discussion about that letter and something leads to a recommendation for COAB to the chairperson from one of the COAB members from the meeting. So I'm giving the floor. Tom, do you want to expand on anything you said in your letter specifically? Unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It would have been a lot easier to have dealt with these issues if the handouts had been available and if they'd been emailed to people that are not in any room anywhere. Having said that, what Phil was talking about is an open letter that was put together and agreed upon by 9 of the remaining 10 COAB members, taking the position that the COAB should select its own chair from its own members, as opposed to having the COCO chair the COAB. We had attempted to have an emergency meeting for the purpose of discussing that recommendation, and the COCO wouldn't allow us to meet. So as a result, 9 of the 10 of us either met or emailed or otherwise agreed upon the open letter. Rabbi Kahana was given an opportunity to join on the letter and declined. I think one of the major problems that the COAB and the COCO and the community have been having is the...
Sorry, Tom, the last 2 lines broke up a little bit. Could you say those again?
I think one of the main problems that the operation of the COAB and the COCO and its interaction with the community at large is having is being chaired by the COCO, who's hired by the city, and it's a strong belief of those 9 signatories to that letter that the COAB should be self-governing and have its own chair, set its own agenda, set its own meeting places, design its meetings, conduct the business of the chair of the COAB that needs to be done, and take it away from the COCO. That's all I have.
You're here, thank you.
Tom,
Yes?
next, interrupt you for a moment.
Yes?
Do you mind giving your open letter for everyone that didn't receive it? Would you mind doing that, everyone?
Sure. It says open letter July 4, 2016. We, the individuals named below, opposed the compliance officer and community liaison, COCO, hiring yet another local person to be the chair of the Community Oversight Advisory Board, COAB. In the interest of self-governance and independence from the Department of Justice, DOJ, the city, and the COCO, we are convinced after what has happened over the past year and a half that the chair of the COAB needs to be a COAB member selected by a vote of the full COAB. To the extent the current settlement agreement requires the COCO to be the chair of the COAB, the settlement agreement needs to be modified by the DOJ and the city to give the COAB the authority to select its own chair from its members. We believe this change in how the COAB operates is crucial to building community trust in the COAB and allowing the COAB to successfully fulfill its responsibilities under the settlement agreement between the DOJ and the city. Sincerely, Catherine Gardner, Adele Gordley, I spelled her name, I apologize, Adele. Jimmy Johnson, Laquita Lanford, Maria Medina, Mariana Rivera, Rochelle Silver, Tom Steenson, and Philip Wolf. That's the end of the letter.
I apologize, Tom, I'm going to interrupt for a moment. We were having some difficulty hearing you. I'm wondering if Rabbi Maria, were you also having some technical difficulties? I'm trying to identify which line I might be having a problem. I could hear just something.
I heard Tom just fine.
All right, thanks.
So where's the popcorn and the sodas?
Well, this is the ACLU case with Mohammed Mohammed. Fabulous, so excited. Come tomorrow for the birthday.
So, Tom,
I teach class.
Am I?
so, thank you very much for reading the letter. I appreciate that. Now that the letter has been read, I would like to give you more and open up the floor for discussion about the letter and concerns or comments that anyone has. Right, to clarify, you're having a conversation among community members at this point?
What?
We'd like to
Yes.
offer comments.
So why are we not hearing it?
You should be hearing it. I mean,
If we're not hearing it, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Unmuted.
I'll do it right here.
Didn't you just say that we could offer comments?
This one's like.
Someone speaking?
So what's going on? We can't hear the other people?
They don't know yet.
Okay.
You should.
I think Philip was inviting you to say anything more if you would like, otherwise it will move to the executive committee members discussing.
Am I muted?
You shouldn't be.
Between my comments and the letter, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's something that 9 of the 10 current COAB members, I think the community wants, and it ought to happen.
Muted.
We want Rabbi Kahana gone too. She's obviously just a Portland Business Alliance shit.
So any executive committee members, would anybody like to comment about the letter or make any recommendations or close the vote?
Hi, it's Rabbi Kahana.
Here, Rabbi.
What are they voting on?
Can you hear me?
They're going
Thanks.
to.
I'm sorry, I just can't tell if it's hard to raise my hand, so I want to make sure we're heard. So, I love the dissent on the letter, but my question is there, everyone has signed it, is there a need to vote on it? What action is needed at this point?
This is Amy Ruiz weighing in with, yes, I am not a city attorney, but it is my understanding that having a quorum of committee members sign a letter outside of a public meeting could be a violation of the public meetings law, but certainly would need to be stated, voted on in a COAB meeting to become an actual recommendation.
So I would say that I guess our only function as the executive would be to say, do we move this onto the agenda for the July 14th meeting? Correct?
Yes.
Here's a good idea, resign.
It seems to me that's entirely appropriate since everyone has signed on to it.
Yeah, okay, but I need a motion
Except him.
for this moved on to the full meeting for the recommendation.
I make a motion to move the letter to be discussed and voted on at the next July 14th public COAB meeting.
Second that.
I vote that they give this guy a raise since they're
All in
making
favor?
him hold a bag of shit today.
Aye.
They should,
Give them health insurance.
yeah, they should
And
give
the
you
last
a
name, because
Kathleen
the joke's to be associated.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay, so you said it's passed. I only heard one aye from Rabbi Kamala. Oh, yes, aye. Phillips, aye. Graham? Aye.
Folks aren't supposed to just keep getting worse and worse. That's
All right,
when you kick the comedian off the stage, you know?
Okay, so.
This was a joke, it's now a horror
That's
show.
when the little.
Class members now at meeting,
The jokes have got
if we should continue with it or postpone them. Here's the other.